Welcome to the stream. Gotta refresh my token here on Streamlabs chatbot, so listen to this killer song, one of my favorites. Okay, we're in business. Yeah, on this Mega Man 8-bit, what is it called? I don't remember. But it's a old school Mega Man arrangement album. This is one of my favorites. I've done this on Drum Stream a couple of times. I should do this again on Drum Stream, shouldn't I? I definitely should. Alright, let's get into some Rad Racer. Beautiful. All right, well, I'm sure it'll take a few tries to get warmed up here. That was weird. Well, I should not be surprised that there's so many cars and that they're so aggressive on the final stage. I have a feeling we weren't even close, but that's all right. Alright, well, first attempt not so good, but it's okay. It's gonna take a little while to get warmed up. Okay. Jeez. It's, they don't really let you drive. There's just constant cars. That was better than last time. Alright. So almost made it. Hey, there's... What? Why did I crash? I touched the back of the car and then went flying. Hey, this one's just gonna take a while because the cars are so fast and so aggressive. Like those cars in the beginning, I'm not sure how to get by them. Well, this was a little bit better. That's super close again. There's just too many cars, and they're constantly blocking you. We'll try this music. See if this brings any luck. God, it's so annoying. Oh, it's worse on this one, Darth. I can't even get to the first checkpoint. The cars are just so aggressive. Yeah, they just constantly go to wherever you are. Like that, they literally box you in and then just back into you. So I'm not too sure on this one. I mean, I'll beat it eventually, but it's not cool. I can't get through this section without crashing. So far, anyways. And that's the same dot I always seem to get to. So we'll see. Now I should be able to stay right here, right? No. So that car doesn't move unless I'm in the middle. And then if I'm in the middle, it blocks you. See? Well, it seems like they all make at least one lane change. I guess I just have to be going slow enough when they bump me. Now look at this. Oh, that was the best I've ever done. This is rough. I don't think it took me very long to get through 7. I mean, when they're 3 wide, it's insane. And like that, what are you supposed to do? They just back up into you. Fudge. Oh, that's dumb. I'm trying to like find strategies to get around these cars. The only thing I found for this, you can fake this blue car out, but it's not easy. We made it to the first checkpoint and then instantly got wrecked. Because there were 4 cars. I mean, I think this would be a really fun game if it wasn't so difficult. And it's still pretty fun, but... Jesus. All right, well, we got a PB. Yeah, I guess that's... Well, you could do it either way, Darth. So you could either make the timer... Oh, wow, I almost made it. Okay. What's up, Cryptic? So yeah, you could do it either way. You could make the timer a little more forgiving, or make crashing not so easy. Again, I'm okay with like all the bumping, but the fact of how easily you crash. So you could do it either way. Jeez, like this. Look at this. Oh, good. Which is your game again? Remind me. Oh, isn't it, not the Uninvited, the other one. Shadowgate, yeah. That should be neat. A totally different pace. See this? When there's 3 wide cars, it's very tough. And then they box you in, and so I have to go around them and slow way down. Now there's 3 cars again. Could you not be right there? Could you also not be right there? Yeah, they kind of fill in every gap, so... I could just get a little breathing room. This is bad. This is also bad. Did I really not make it? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I didn't crash and I still didn't make it. Wow. That's a bit sad. That is a bit sad. Yeah, I'm with you, Darth. If the timer was a bit more unforgiving, even like 5 more seconds on some of these timers would make a big deal. Like they made sure to cut it super close. 1 crash and you're... And, I mean, it is really dumb because I'm using turbo the entire time. So it's sort of like, what's the point of not having turbo on? Why give the player the option to not use turbo if you need turbo to reach the checkpoints? Alright, doing better now. I think I've warmed up a little bit. Took me a few tries to... Oh, shoot. Wow, that was... That was lucky there for a moment, and then sure enough, he gave me a little bump. Am I close? Could I maybe make this? Nope, ran right into another car. Is this the last turn again? No. Nope. I think that was the last turn where I died. Where my time ran out. I'm slowly improving, but wow, that was lucky. Wow, I got lucky again. It's just when it's 3 wide like this, man, like... It's just gonna slow me way down. Like, what do I do here? I guess you just have to slow down. Too many cars. God. Oh. It's infuriating, man. Not gonna make it again. Now it says there's still a turn to the right. I don't get how there's a turn to the right. But it says I'm there. Very strange. Very strange. Yo, what's up, Authentic? How you doing, brother? How you doing? Welcome in. On the final stage here, and it is kicking my butt. Okay, so the strategy is like the slow down or the bump and go. Because you can't avoid all these cars. There's just too many of them. Let's try again. Just too many of them. I like this music though. There's 3 different music choices. I think this is the one. I think this is the one that I like. The first one's not very good. The third one's kind of groovy too. This one's a little more sort of up-tempo. Wow, that red car was coming on quick. Yeah, if you don't slow down enough when a CPU car comes at you fast, you can't, when you bump it, you'll instantly flip. So I learned that the hard way. And stuff like this is very tough to get through. I thought I could avoid that car. Just barely bumped it. And right off the track we go. 20 seconds, it's probably not enough, but we'll see. Yeah, not when I'm constantly bumping other cars. Jeez, and they just aim right for you every time. I'd like to make it to this checkpoint someday. It's like I almost don't believe the checkpoint exists. Ugh. What's up, McFly? Yeah, this is a Redemption by Icarus. Oh, how are you doing? This last stage is difficult. Oh, that time the red car moved. Wow. Help your folks finish up the outside of their house. Oh, good. That's cool. What was getting worked on? What needed to be done? Siding or painting or... Yes. Okay, this is the checkpoint that can't be checked. Or at least I haven't been able to. There's 4 checkpoints in total to win the race. I have not been able to get to the second checkpoint yet. I've gotten insanely close, like, feels like 10 times now. Please leave me alone. Jeez. Please tell me I'm gonna make it. Please make it. How can I not still make it to this checkpoint? I didn't even crash. I don't get it. I really don't get it. That's the same, at least on the map, how they mark it. That's the same spot I've gotten to like 10 times. We redid all the siding and trim and soffit. They had to raise the corner of the house. They redid all the electrical and plumbing. A few rooms still need drywall insulation. Wow. So that's a lot of work. Yeah, and well, what's tough about it is if you touch these cars just in the wrong way, you just go flipping off the track. And obviously, it's much harder to steer at high rates of speed, but if you don't go at high rates of speed, you can't possibly reach the checkpoint. So yes, they expect you to swerve at high rates of speed between cars. That's correct. Oh, it was your grandmother's old house. I gotcha. Makes sense. Jesus Christ. Get out of the frickin'... Look at this. Yeah. And you can't push the other cars at all. You don't have any control over that. They just push you. Yeah, I mean, again, with a lot of NES games, what ruins a lot of NES games to me is how much they push the difficulty towards the end. So a lot of times NES games are, you know, fun and very playable. And then they just make them so difficult to get over the hump. Jesus Christ. They just want some Grey Poupon. You got many cuts learning the soft bit, but you really liked manipulating that. Hey Darth, was I reading correctly that in Canada now it's illegal to have a weapon in your house for protection? Like there's actually a law. Yeah, woodwork is great. And as for Rad Racer, I am under the impression that they put together the driving engine and the checkpoints and map design that came afterwards was shit. Probably. Yeah, but it means like the conservatives over here try to implement castle doctrine, which I 200% support, but indeed the current laws on the thing sucks. Yeah, but I think the whole point, and of course the castle doctrine, anyone that doesn't support it, I'm not sure what you're thinking. But anyone that's against supporting that, I think, is out of their mind, personally. But the idea is generally the worst thing that someone that wants to break into your house can bring is a gun. You, as a legal homeowner and a law-abiding citizen that pays taxes, you absolutely 100% have to be allowed to then have that in self-defense. And if you can't, it's as corrupt as it comes. And yes, a guitar is a weapon, but if someone comes, you know, with a handgun or a shotgun, unfortunately, the guitar is not going to help much. And I am all for discussions about changing gun laws as soon as the wonderful government removes all the illegal firearms from the country. As soon as they do that, I'll sit down for a reasonable discussion. But if you're not going to do that and not prove it and not work on it every single day and enforce it to the extreme, then you can F off with even bringing up a talking point regarding legal ownership. And again, I kind of think anyone else that doesn't agree with that general concept, I don't know what you're thinking. You know, it's like the idea of like, you know, the Green New Deal. You know, it's like, well, sure, we don't want to rely on fossil fuels, and I'd love the air and the environment to be as clean as possible. But as soon as you tell me how that's going to be affordable, how you're going to make up for all the job loss, how it's going to be maintained, and how it's going to be, how the money is going to be created and who's going to pay for it and all of that, as soon as you make all of that realistic and reasonable, then I'll sit down for a conversation. But until then, F off. You'll soothe them with some tasty riffs. Worth a try. X911 operator here, and I know quite a deal on what humans look like under enough stress. Putting legal obligations in the back of the minds of people who lose it is dumb. Much like the US, we are starting to have gang criminality in certain places despite our state-funded media, thinking this is just right-wing echo chambers making it sound worse than... Yes. Well, of course, Darth, because they want to hurt the middle-class native, like the main, you know, the middle class that has, you know, has a sense of nationalism. That's the threat to a strong government. So what they need to do is break that. I mean, it's pretty simple stuff. I don't need to go into all the details of it. I mean, I can, but we've talked about it a lot. It's just... And also, all you need to know, of course, in this country, is we have a president that's wanting to defend all that stuff for the middle class, and he's been attacked more than any other president, certainly in my lifetime, and I think ever, because of the coordinated attacks, the media, social media, everything that's the negative coverage 24/7. Woo. Oh my god, that was close. And I mean, and the goal is you have to right. I mean, we all recognize when you see these politically divisive terms, right-wing, left-wing, conservative, liberal, it's all just meant to divide people. And so never ever focus on that kind of stuff. Focus on the actions of people. What they say and what they do, not what label some media company wants to put them in. I mean, I found it, I mean, it's disgraceful, like in this country, we had our intelligence agencies that were trying to label people based on these kinds of political, or group people based on political labels. And I go, are they really, like, are the intelligence agencies really part of the propaganda? And it's like, yep, they certainly were. I mean, it's all really, like, basic, easy to see through kind of stuff, but... Alright. Well, this is going nowhere. I'm not going to play this all night, but... I'll definitely play it for a bit. I didn't expect this last stage to be this, resistant. If I don't beat it tonight, I can always play it again on Thursday. And it's like I'm improving as I'm playing, but I'm not improving that much because it's just brutally difficult. So It was interesting. I was given, it looked like 1 bonus second. I wonder what the rules are. Because I always thought for checkpoint number 2 they were starting me with 47 seconds. This stinks right here, okay. There we go. But then when I got through the checkpoint this time it gave me 48 seconds. So I don't know what that has to do with. Not that 1 second is much of a reward. If it was 5 or 10, I'd say that's pretty cool. That was a nice move there, at least. Jesus. Did I finally make it? Yes, we did it! Holy crap! Please stay away from me. What the? Jeez! Wow, these cars are so aggressive. No! I was gonna say, I think I'm doing okay. No! You... Ugh. Wait, what happened? What the heck just happened? I still had more time left. What the hell just happened? I have to watch that. I did have time left on the clock, right? I did have time left on the clock. Canadian Army had a detachment of internet trolls to deter dissent during COVID era. I don't think I'll ever get over it. Videos. I gotta see what the hell happened. I'd like to know. No, I'm doing good. Okay. 13 seconds left. 12, 10. Unless I crashed on 0, maybe that's what happened. I wasn't paying attention to the timer. I see. I see what happened. I basically crashed when there was 1 second left, and so the game just ends it for you because you have no momentum anymore. I get it. Jeez. And we really did basically make it to the 3rd checkpoint. So that's a big disappointment. What's up, Nut Pro? How you doing? And Dr. Arnold. How you all doing? Have you tried Outrun on Sega Genesis? That's my favorite. I never have. I never have. Somebody could certainly request that, though. I'm sure Outrun is pretty neat. All right, well, that was a huge PB, by the way. I basically made it to the 3rd checkpoint. It's very similar. Okay. All right, here we go again. Jeez, that's a little sad. I was hoping that was the one. I was feeling good about it. Was feeling good. Uh-oh, best viewers. We got a bot in here. I'll take care of that after this race. Whew, that was close. That was not... Oh, God. It's just really tough because you can't budge the computer cars, so you have to go around them. Big Nick in the house. What's up, D-Nice? How are you? This is the final stage in the game, and it's very difficult. Jeez. Relentless, man. Relentless. We're not gonna make it. I don't think. Yeah, you can't crash at all. Yeah. Yeah, they're just too good. What's up, Nick Gamer? How you doing? Welcome in. You're taking a break from a Netflix show to seal a bunch of paintings you have to take down to the coffee shop tomorrow to sell. Awesome. You finished a new one, so working on that as well. Great. Keeping busy on your day off from work, doing more work to make more money, hopefully. Well, it's always satisfying, right, to make work through your personally creative projects. I know a thing or two about that. What's up, Saber? Welcome in. All right, back at it. It's a labor of love, exactly. Yeah, if you can really enjoy what you're doing, that's a wonderful thing. This is the most ridiculous race. Whoa. There's just so many cars, and they're so aggressive. It's going fine, Saber. This is the final race in the whole game, and they really ramped up. Just the aggressiveness and the number of cars. And the timer is unforgiving, so if you slow down too much, if you crash one time, you'll never make the checkpoint. So it's been tough. It's so unfortunate that the system or the powers that be don't reward people for their passions and talents, only getting to the grind and being a taskmaster. Right? And generally, I mean, there's a few people where that does happen, but in most cases, D-Nice, even people that are rewarded for their passions, they're only rewarded because there's other people involved that are making a lot of money through that person pursuing their passions, and thus there's more money injected into that pursuit. I'm ready to put it to bed. That's for sure, Saber. I mean, I like it. It's definitely a good game. Whoops. They got a little bit too hardcore. It's an old school NES game, so I'm not surprised. Which is what happens with a lot of NES games. You take a formula that works really well, and then by the end you crank the difficulty so much that I think it starts to get in the way of the fun of the formula that you created, so. But I've never beaten the game as a kid, or played it on emulation and made it through, so oh, it's so frustrating. You just touch a car slightly wrong and the race is over. like that. I was trying to be super careful and just kind of touched the back of the car and went flying. What's up, Crow? Makes me wonder if Pole Position was inspired by this game. Well, what came out first? I mean, I remember Pole Position on the Atari 2600, right? So I don't know if Pole Position was first or if there was an early version of this. I mean, it's definitely a similar approach. Shit. Imagine if everybody could work doing what they love and make a good wage, the world would be much better, of course. Yep, and people would fill in for the necessary roles. That's why your brother can make a six-figure income punching numbers for electric companies, while nurses like myself or artists make meager wages in comparison. Yeah, I mean, generally, again, the way that it works, D-Nice, is you're compensated based on how important your role is into making money for people above you. So if you have a role that's on the surface creates a lot of money for other people, then they'll be willing to pay you more for it. So it doesn't matter if you're like doing good things for people or doing things that are good for society. That has very little bearing on it. How crucial is your specific position to keeping the money rolling in? Jesus. All right, Crow's gonna look in to see which came out first, this or Pole Position. Like I said, there might have been like an old school original arcade version of this before Pole Position. I don't know. Jeez, that's bad. Oh my god. And when it's 3 wide like that, you just can't do anything. You just gotta slow down, take the bump, and keep moving. Jeez. Hey, you got to be ready for the handbrake, because if you hit any car going too fast, you'll just automatically flip. Three wide again. God, it's frustrating. It's why it's so hard to get to this second checkpoint. Alright, I had to take some chances there. I think it'll pay off. Alright, I think we made it. I think we made it. There it is. Go! Okay. So there's 4 checkpoints total to beat this stage. We're now heading for checkpoint number 3. Well, that's the end of the race. What's up, Tex? Welcome in. There's no way we can reach this checkpoint. Can't crash in this stage. I'm curious to see how far we got, though. Whoa, we made it! Whoa, let's go! Alright, last checkpoint. This is a PB. I can't believe we made it. Please stay out of my way. I hate you. Oh my god, that car came out of nowhere. Yeah, it's that lucky inch. Yeah, Tex, if you want, you can build cabinets for D-Nice or anyone else on the stream. That'd be awesome if you don't mind. Please go, please go. I don't think we're gonna get that extra inch this time. Oh, oh my god. We were there. Yeah, so Darth, that's what happens when you hit a car at high speed. That's one of the reasons I have to constantly brake whenever you see a car. And what happened is that came so quick, and I was braking when it hit me, but I just didn't brake soon enough. You have a butter juice of 4,000 to... A butter juice of 4,000 to reface cabinets and replace the gross laminate. Good old butter juice. To replace the gross laminate countertops and laminate countertop and extend it. Yeah, and D-Nice says, how many people do we know making high incomes but are troubled by their relationships or habits that are destructive or just spend money to distract themselves from stress? It's so unfortunate. Yeah, pretty much all of them. Okay. That stinks. We were so darn close. The only thing this game does wear out my thumb pretty good. I wish a Maxim redeem name could be butter juice. That'd be fun. Yeah, I wish there were more characters that we could use for the Maxim names, but unfortunately it's just the 5-character max. You had a dream the other night that you owned a cat and his name was Dr. Give. That's bizarre. Dr. Give, huh? Alright, here we go. I don't know how much closer I can get than that. I mean, that was ridiculous. Can you get out of the way, please? Thanks. Oh my god, I thought I wasn't going to hit that car. Sometimes these guys, these drivers, they just come out of nowhere. You always have to be ready to hit that brake. Damn it. Don't ask, that doesn't resonate with me at all. You were just dreaming, thinking if it was a female cat, its name would be Mrs. Givens. You have a cat of sorts named Fatty. Yeah, that's a stuffed cat, right? Like a stuffed animal cat. Jeez, game, come on. Cut me a little slack. These cars are so aggressive. Oh, short for the Kung Flu. Everybody was Kung Flu fighting. 6 feet away, they were as slow as, well, I don't know, but definitely not as fast as lightning. But yes, everyone was kung fu fighting. And 3 wide gets me quite often. Oh, you arrived during the pandemic, so you called them kung fu for the, yeah. There you go. Perfect. Bats and the flu hang out. Well, sounds like quite a team you got over there, D-Nice. Alright. Jeez! I'm trying to, like, adjust to these guys, and they're just so unpredictable. Now that's 3 wide. It was 3 wide again. As soon as I move to one side, another car shows up. Did you get out of the way? If I don't get to this checkpoint, I'm going to be quite pissed. Come on, 1-inch roll. There it is up there. All because of that car that stayed right in front of me. It's unfortunate. Well, now that 2 months ago I'm officially an empty nester, the Fats and Flu are your babies, so you know they come hang out on the couch to watch shows and they keep the bed warm while they nap all day. Well, as long as you're having fun with it, that's what's important. I mean, this is becoming a bit stale, I will say. It's sort of the same nonsense over and over again. Look at that, 3 wide again. I got so lucky that there were no signs there. 3 wide again. It's like they create a wall. There it is again. Jesus. God, it's frustrating. Three wide. 3 wide. We got lucky there. I don't know how I squeezed through there, but I just get sick and tired of I'm in one lane, another car comes into the second lane and then backs up. So they literally box me in. Bit annoying. slippery wide again. Oh, I guess that's one way to avoid them. There it is. Bats is kind of like the eldest son and Flu is your youngest. You were talking to your sister-in-law the other day, and she's 10 years younger than me with 3 kids still in the house. And I said, the best thing you could do is get hobbies before they leave and make sure your relationship's in good standing with your husband and you'll be okay. Right? Makes sense. What am I supposed to do? I guess you just brake there and then the cars will create spaces. It's like sort of all you can do. Maybe that's what I do. Brake as they're coming towards me. And then they'll break apart from the group. And there was a strategy I used on other levels, which was brake going into every corner. But it doesn't really work the same in this stage because there's so much constant. I can't believe that just happened. I can't believe it. You got a Facebook notification that you're one of Eschaton's biggest fans. Well, that's awesome. Well, I appreciate that, D-Nice. Well, you must be rocking the new album, then. Sure, you can have a signed record, you just gotta get it to all the different band members. I'm getting, again, pretty tired of doing this, so I'm gonna switch over here pretty soon. This will definitely be one of the things where it's a good game and it's fun to play, but that the final stage drags it down a lot, ruins the game a bit. Where it goes from potentially being like a higher ranked NES game to just mediocre at best. Get out of the... What the... Jeez. See, it's just... It's frustrating because stuff like that, we might not beat the level now. And I haven't crashed. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it. God, that pisses me off.
Oh, fuck off! God fucking damn it, this fucking game. No, not again! The fucking stupid same fucking shit!
What's up, Hal, Dan? How are you? This is the final race in the game. It's not very fun. Like, they went too over the top with the difficulty, which is what they do in a lot of NES games, and it's starting to ruin the game experience. Great. Well, that's what a lot of these games do. I was talking about it before, Haldan, is like, they have good concepts. Like this game, I like it, it's good. But then they go too far with the difficulty on the final level, and then it exposes how trolly it is. And then you're stuck for a long time on the final stage, and so what it does is it defines the game too much based on the most unfavorable part of it. What's up, Cooler? So like it gets more to like, instead of wanting to beat the game to experience it or whatever, you just want to beat it so you can stop playing it. And that's not good. Get out of the... And this is the worst checkpoint, this second checkpoint. It's so long, and they don't give you enough time to get through it. It was really poorly planned. And there's no way, I mean, I've bumped too many cars to get through it. That's my guess. Like this, get out of the frickin' way. I might make it, let's see. I think I'm gonna make it. There we go. Alright, third checkpoint. Unbelievable that that guy still hit me. Is every car gonna hit me? Alright, that car didn't. Whoa, I got lucky. I was so concerned with the car in front of me that I didn't adjust accordingly for the turn. Shit. What's up, haha? How are you doing? Welcome in. You piece of crud game. Alright, couple more tries and then I'm moving on for tonight. If I don't beat it, I'll come back to it on Thursday. But I don't want to keep going through this. This game came out after Outrun. You were thinking maybe it had inspired it. Guess it was the one inspired instead. You're thinking today, not just going back 40 years, not just about just going back 40 years before AI and technology, of which I'm getting dinged constantly with scams and identity theft over the last 8 years. Yeah. Well, technology is ruining society, so it's no surprise. And it's because the implementation of technology into society is so irresponsible that of course it's ruining what it means to be human. Of course it's ruining lives at an alarming rate. Again, the fact that people stare at their phones all the time is all you need to know. What, I'm sure Outrun at Home's pretty good, right? Spread out. God. Jesus. Oh. Hey. Well, the official Outrun at Home, which is Genesis one. Yeah, someone mentioned that in the YouTube chat. Yeah, Star Tropics is pretty good. Oh, there we go. Haha, just redeemed Outrun for Genesis. Thank you, haha. Oh. I'm hoping as a 16-bit game it's a little more forgiving than the brutal 8-bit racers. But yeah, thanks for the redemption. I'll add it to the list as soon as I get a chance. Please get out of the way. Thank you. No, no, I need you to get... Sega Super Scalers for the win? Super Scalers? What's that, Tex? You'd gladly go back to answering machines on the phone. Oh, 100%. Anything to get rid of cell phones, I'm okay with, D-Nice. Cell phones are, unfortunately, have had such an awful impact on society. Outside of, like, emergency situations, you know, which is fine because we could use, like, satellite phones or car phones or something. But for the general population to have cell phones is, it's been awful. That'd be interesting. I'd love someone to bring an argument on why it's better that we have cell phones. I mean, I'm not saying there's no positives, but the point being that as a whole, the negatives far, far outweigh any of the in-the-moment positives. Oh, well, I can call my friend anytime I want, or, oh, my business, I can monitor this person, or get in touch with this person. We didn't make the checkpoint again. It's so crazy. I grew up without phones and I survived. My parents did, my friends all did. Yep. I mean cell phones, right? Outrun, Afterburner, Space Harrier, those sorts of games. Oh, okay. I believe in negatives totally outweigh the positives on cell phones, but most people don't actually talk on those. For entrepreneurs, yeah, cell phone all the way. Yeah. This has been awful. Freaking stage, man. Sega's Road Rash is a cool racing game. So, I've played Road Rash before getting all the way through it, however. I would say is not so awesome. But it's a fun, like, casual playthrough, for sure. It's not one I would want to go all the way through, though. There was a streamer I watched for a while, and then unfollowed, but he played through the Road Rash games. And they were just brutal to do all the way through. Again, not bad games, but to go all the way through. Absolutely brutal. Alright, Horror of D-Nights, I can do story time in a little bit. As long as you're not going to bed right away. Jesus Christ. Road Rash was one of those games we like to play with brothers. Yeah, no, it was fun to kick the crap out of each other or hit each other with pipes while you're riding your bike. And it does have sort of a fun soundtrack, from what I remember. Oh, wonderful! I made it, but of course it's over. Yeah, why don't you guys figure that out? So then I'll be ready to go when it's story time. This is so dumb. Alright, I have to restart. Alright, I'll take one more attempt past the first, marker. I can't believe the progress has been so bad on this one race. What an awful final race. Jesus Christ. I don't know, I'm definitely racing better than I did when I first started, and it's still... It's just too finicky. Too much RNG. Yeah, fuck off. Okay. Damn it. Sure. Create a wall of cars. That's really helpful. Jesus. If I don't make this checkpoint, I'm gonna be pissed. Alright. Alright, last attempt. Back off! Jesus! When it's 3 cars wide, there's nothing I can do. So I just have to lose time and slow down. Which would be fine if the game allowed you the time for that. But they often don't if you slow down too much. Alright, we're done with this. What a bunch of BS this second checkpoint is. They really screwed the game up here. Great. Well, that's disappointing. All right, I'll try it again on Thursday. Eventually I'll beat it. It's just disappointing what they did with that final stage. And really in particular, it is just that second checkpoint. I spent most of the night getting to exactly where I got to, which is just before you pass the second checkpoint. And it's so difficult to do. The couple times that I got through the second checkpoint, one time I almost made it to the final stage, or to the finish line. But we used to have Sega Channel back in the mid-90s. Oh yes, played the hell out of Golden Axe and Earthworm Jim. Had a couple cool boxing games. So, what was the boxing game on Sega that I loved? Was it Evander Holyfield boxing? There was a Sega boxing game that I played a lot. So I must have owned it. It might have been Evander Holyfield's Real Deal Boxing. Huh? What the hell? Why did the thing just crash? Oh, let's reload it. Okay. So I think I made it to Tier 4? No, Tier 5. Yeah, I started Tier 5. Alright, sweet. So again, these are all like user-made Mega Man stages, all rolled into this game, and there were judges that gave them different scores and put them in different tiers. So we're right now on the Tier 5 levels. The higher the tier, the better the levels are supposed to be. I don't always agree. Like, there were some decent levels in tier 1 and 2, and also some god-awful ones. But there have been some, and up in the tier 3, 4, there were some good levels, but also some awful ones. So, you just never know where you're going to run into. 1 second, I'm just going to close the door here. It's getting a little chilly. Okay, 49th, mini macro maze of significantly less death. Alright. What was the score? 26.6. So these are the judges. I usually just read a couple lines from each judge. Lots of shield enemies, a lot of shield enemies. It drags down the gameplay by a whole lot. The enemies used here are just extremely basic mets. Sniper Joes, and it makes the whole level feel boring, dull, and uninspired. So this judge rated it low. Nice level you got there. Looks like you learned from your mistakes last time. All jokes aside, the whole level was very well thought out and it was clear where you had to go. Oh, this person hated it. There's so much more you could have done with the V theme. I don't know what that means. The challenges presented are all pretty basic and random. Real Deal Boxing was awesome. Loved Legends of the Ring 2. Spent many hours playing them. Oh, gotcha, Bad Machine. Generally, it's a level with mostly solid level design aside from a few sections. Oh, it has bugs, such as having a broken camera or being able to be slammed into a wall because of buggy screen transitions. I'm not Mega Man. I'm my original fan character, Blega Man. Neat idea, don't get me all wrong in your initial setup. And your initial setup had me excited for something that never came. Alright. Well, let's find out. Predestined Fate by Magnus Paulsen. Okay, that's a very silly start. Oh, wonderful. Oh, nice checkpoint. Sort of interesting. Okay, so we need 5 keys. So the quest for the keys begins. Lettuce 2, thanks, baby. What? I guess I should be thankful. Eh? Alright, 3 to go. Okay, we got another key. So that's 3 keys down, 2 to go. Okay. I don't get why I died, but okay. Alright, so I'm going to read from your soul's plan. I'm not sure what section to read. I know we've read a bunch of them. Be nice. Ah, okay, kind of an interesting level. I would say the concept is pretty neat. Like, it wasn't the most, like, technically sound level, but it was kind of interesting. Who the hell is this? It's Scrooge! Bah humbug, there goes the last of my change to that drafted city war machine. I say it's rigged. Oh, jeez. Oh no, not this awful stage. Yeah, this is a stage that looks cool and has an awesome song, but... But yeah, this was from the first game. I wonder what I get for getting through it again. Huh? I guess I could just use Rush Jet. Oh, wow. That's, interesting. Yeah, we made it! Alright. Game Trooper Volcanic Furnace. Huh. Okay. Score of 27. What do the judges have to say? Good level overall. The level really picks up in the second half. I think once Guts Lifts comes in, the first half isn't necessarily bad, it's just less focused. This level wasn't bad design-wise, but it was a mess aesthetically. Okay. I always find it rather sad when one particular section of a level overshadows everything else that goes on in the level. In this case, it's the Guts Lifts that are introduced halfway through. There's not a lot to talk about here. I don't think this is a bad level, but it's certainly nothing awesome. Level design is flawed, with quite a bit of bugs present. I can't call this bad, but it's not good. It's perfectly playable for the most part. But you do drop the ball significantly in several spots. This stage is ugly. Alright, well, let's see what happens. Oh, I definitely get the ugly part. It is pretty darn ugly. Yeah, strange tile sets overall, I get it. What's this way? Nothing. What about to the left? Nothing. Okay. I got 2 stars. I know there's 3. Oh. Where's the last star? Huh, I think I missed out on a star. Is that what happened? Oh, and I missed out on a star somewhere. He hates arcade games. You love arcade. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Elec Dam. Oh hey, it's that one gimmick from Rock Force. Unfortunately, it doesn't really do anything with it. The enemy types it chooses to use are some of the beefy, annoying ones. Not a very interesting level. Fairly decent level centered around the flashing water mechanic. Not a lot of bad things about the level, but there's even less good things. I just feel that it offers absolutely nothing new or interesting. It just gets boring most of the time. That stage was certainly there, it existed. Reusing Rock Force's Shockman gimmick was absolutely fine, but this feels half-assed. Okay. I assume Tier 5 was pretty good, but... I don't know what shock water even does, but... Those guys are kind of tricky. wonder what this weapon is even for. It sucks, whatever it is. I think we made it. Cool. Is it recent? At least a couple streams ago, Darth. But yeah, we got all the upgrades, so check this out. Yeah, we basically, I think I bought everything now that's worth buying. Quint Boy, Quint Stage. Well, I was gonna take a break anyways, D-Nice, so we could do, because I'm probably getting a little tired too anyway, so. Yeah, we can do it now, or I could try this stage and then we'll do it. Alright, let's read about this stage. It's an okay level, but there are some rooms with very questionable design decisions. This stage was okay, I guess. There was nothing particularly special about it, really, but it was kind of fun while it lasted. A pretty good stage with some interesting ideas, while some rooms felt rather random. There's nothing interesting here, it's alright at best. I think certain sections of this level just feel unnecessary. Fairly generic level, there's nothing noteworthy wrong with it, but equally, nowhere are the boundaries pushed enough to make it feel fresh. Gotcha. Oh, that's water. I didn't realize that was water. I just thought it was a blue room. I didn't want to switch to the B there. Whatever. Okay, so this is water. So I have to control my jumps. Ah. Wow, this is super sketchy. Well, they said the 3 hot dogs in a row were pointless. I don't know, they seem fine to me. Oh, Metal Man! Oh, he's avoiding every fully charged shot. There we go, now we got him. Oh, he's definitely reading inputs. That's interesting. Here we go, spin! Okay, I guess we're going up. Oh, we're going down. Okay. Take the spinning top down. Oh, I almost died there. I am not cool with that checkpoint, but... I guess we're not that far away. Okay, let's go. Pop Man again? And this is the basic version. Earlier on, someone used him as a boss, and it was like a deluxe version of Top Man. He shot like 6 or 9 pops at once. Who the hell is this? Oh, Pogo Man. Okay. We did it! Alright, good stuff. Alright, D-Nice, I know you requested a story time, so why don't we do that now? That's what I'm gonna do. This. Find some good music for story time. And I'm going to take a very short break and then come back and do story time. This will be fine. So, we are going to be reading from this book per D-Nice's request, called Your Soul's Plan. So just give me 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll read that. So I will be right back. go, we're back. Yep, book. Alright, so D-Nice requested a story time. And she did ask that we read from the book, Your Soul's Plan. So I skimmed through quickly, and I found a section, Chapter 7, called Accidents. For anyone that doesn't remember, essentially Your Soul's Plan is about the concept that we live multiple lives, and that we're part of soul groups, and that these are all life lessons that we're going through, and that even some of the most difficult challenges in life are all about our soul growth. And so it kind of gives the idea, whether or not you believe the concept, it's sort of about empowering people and helping them accept some of those difficult challenges in life, to maybe not just get totally down on themselves or feel that their life has no meaning and purpose, to believe that there's more beyond just this physical life that we have now. So love, I'm a big believer we come in a soul's blueprint and there's a reason for everything. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of stuff, when you think about it, right? You can't say it's wrong, but I can't confirm it either. So it's just sort of, if you learn something from it, or it supports a belief system you have, or it helps uplift you in life, then that's great. Okay, Chapter 7, Accidents. On the Earth plane, physical accidents appear to be random events. When they are minor, we label them unfortunate. When they are severe, we call them tragic. The recipients seem to suffer at the hands of an uncaring universe that dispenses good fortune or unhappy fate arbitrarily, in cold disregard and unequal measure. In response, we often fear accidents and so tint our lives with dark hue. But as I have suggested in previous chapters, little in the physical realm is as it appears. This chapter explores a seemingly paradoxical notion, the planned accident. Many accidents are planned before birth for the purposes of spiritual growth, service to others, awakening, and deeper self-knowing. Profound growth is possibly not only for the person who experiences the accident, but also for everyone that person touches. Ultimately, because all lives are interconnected, everyone is touched. I don't want singing. In this chapter, you will meet two people who experienced catastrophic accidents, Jason Thurston and Christina. Christina's occurred many years ago. Jason's is much more recent. Before they were born, both choose to face an extraordinary challenge. Jason's story, it doesn't get any better than this, Jason thought as he surveyed the scene in his backyard on a warm, sunny August afternoon in 2004. His friends were milling about and chatting happily as they awaited the barbecue dinner Jason and his wife, Davina, were going to prepare. Later after sunset, they would gather around a roaring bonfire. Jason and Davina's son, Jaron, and Garrett Fox, affectionately called Fox for short, were splashing in the swimming pool while other children were running across the grass, laughing and playing games. Jason had recently completed his final interview for a chef instructor position, a job that would be his fulfillment of a lifelong dream. Earlier in the day, he had push mowed his acre lot in one quick swoop. I was Superman, he said wistfully. Reminds me of Glove. Glove loved mowing his lawn. Moments later, the course of his life was altered forever. Davina called Jason and asked him to begin cooking dinner. Playfully, he ran away from her and jumped into the pool to splash Jaron. I jumped like I normally would, only this time it was different, Jason recalled. This time I hit my head on the bottom. It was like a lightning bolt shot through my spine. I wanted to move my arms to swim to the top, but I couldn't. I was drifting down into the water, completely hopeless. I surrendered to the water. The next thing I know, I saw vivid pictures of all the people I love. I was being shown all the things I didn't want to leave behind. I can't stress enough the amount of peace and tranquility and serenity I felt. I wanted to embrace that feeling and stay with it, but I was a 32-year-old male with a wife and kids and a career. It wasn't time. The message I received from a higher power was, you're going to get through this. You don't have any room for guilt, regret, or negative thoughts of any kind. Jaron was the first to realize that something was wrong. When he tried to lift his father, there was no response. Then he looked into his father's eyes and saw that he wasn't there. Friends pulled Jason from the pool. Davina pounded on his chest, screaming, "You're not gonna die. You can't go like this." Jason had crushed 2 cervical vertebrae. He was airlifted to a hospital where doctors performed emergency surgery. As Jason and his family would soon learn, he was now paralyzed from the chest down, though he could still move some muscles in his arms. When I woke up, I had a hard plastic tube down my throat. Jason said I was connected to all kinds of tubes and wires. I didn't have a whole lot of feeling from my shoulders down. However, there was more excruciating pain than I had ever imagined. It was in my bones, deep inside. My first instinct was to rip out the tube so I could speak because my mind was racing. That was the longest day of my life, an entire day of not being able to speak. I just wanted to tell people I'm still here. Everything's going to be okay. When they went for a deep vein for the IV, my father saw a tear run down my cheek, and that's how he knew I was still there. In the days that followed, and despite his condition, Jason focused on how others were feeling. I took it upon myself to make people feel as good as possible, he said. When the respiratory therapist placed a vibrating vest on him to loosen fluid that had collected in his lungs, Jason saw an opportunity. I sang for them. I did Elmer Fudd's version of Bruce Springsteen's Fire. I was like, I'm driving in my car. It drew a crowd outside my room. People were laughing. I was so glad to be alive and so empowered by my experience with God. I wanted to make everyone around me happy, even though I was going through one of the most difficult things I could imagine. Jason was in intensive care for 2 weeks and rehabilitation for more than 3 months. The rehab process was slow. At first, his muscles did not respond. He needed others to feed him and to change his clothes. As Jason progressed through rehab, he was confronted with the realization that his life would never be the same. A particularly difficult moment occurred during occupational therapy when he was asked to cut a sandwich in half. My therapist took a small French knife and put it in my hand, Jason remembered. I'd been a chef for many years, Jason remembered. I'd been a chef for many years, and I was able to do a lot of things with a French knife. I was staring at it, thinking about how I used to start my day at work by getting 6 big onions and a bunch of carrots and a head of celery diced up and sizzling in the pot within 15 minutes. Now I could barely even hold it, let alone cut the sandwich. I broke down and cried. Jason made it through rehab by repeating the motto, I will until, meaning I will try until I can. He also imposed a rule upon himself, never use the word can't without the word yet. Although he was happy to leave rehab, his return to home was difficult. People didn't know, didn't understand, and were confused and worried they were going to hurt me. Jason explained every single day I had to come to grips with the amount of help I need, the amount of stress I put on people. For Davina, whom Jason describes as empathetic by nature, the experience has been intensely difficult. She has been overwhelmed by seeing her husband not able to move from the chest down. Jason told me she holds her feelings in to prevent me from thinking that she sees me as less of a person. They've struggled with the impact on their sex life, a lot of sadness, a sense of loss. Jason said quietly, we're working at it. Jason, I asked, have you talked to your sons about the accident? Fox will say things like, Daddy, remember when you used to move your legs? Remember when we used to go to fishing? I say, Daddy will still be able to go fishing. It'll just be a little different. Jaron has an enormous amount of compassion for my situation. He doesn't see it as a tragedy. He's had to be there for his mother and brother a lot more. He stepped into that role. Jason's mother has also assumed a caretaking role, though their relationship has been strained at times. She's very meticulous about my care and doesn't ever go as far as I want, Jason explained, so I suggest steps ahead and she'll get real frustrated. She's actually cried and left the room. Oh, this isn't fast enough. See you later. But she's shown that unconditional motherly love. She would do anything for me. There's been an outpouring of love from the community as well. A benefit dinner and silent auction raised money for ramps and wider doors for Jason's home. Friends split and stacked firewood. On one occasion, they carved JT into one of the logs and presented it as a gift. A local church donated a new shower unit. So many people have contributed in so many ways that Davina published a letter in the newspaper to thank them all. There are, however, a few friends who don't come around anymore, said Jason. A friend from college came to see me in the ICU and said, honestly, I didn't want to see you, because I want to remember you the way you were. He came by one more time while I was in rehab, but I haven't seen him since. There are some people who still see me and not the accident, and some people who see the accident and not me. Gradually, Jason is adapting to his new life. After much practice, he's now able to feed himself. He can wash himself as long as he's placed in the shower. The daily process of bathing and dressing takes sometimes up to 4 hours. It's difficult for Jason to hold a pen, but he can write by moving his entire arm. The patience lesson comes on many levels, he observed. I can't regret the split second I dove into the pool, he added, especially in light of my understanding that it happened for a reason. Jason, what would you like to say to someone who had an accident or is caring for someone who had one, I asked. I think about what I still have, he replied. I'm still able to remember things, problem solve, do crossword puzzles, and be sharp, and a lot of people who never would have met have bonded over my experience. I'm grateful for that. What else would you like people to know? Crying helps to heal, and there's still that person inside. Just because you don't look or move the way you did before doesn't mean that they're not still in there, and that you can't still love them. I believe that we are adaptable creatures. We adapt and overcome. All right. Well, there's more to this whole section with Jason's session with the psychic, but that's Jason's story. Pretty intense. I would say pretty touching, though. And of course, perspective is king. As difficult as it is, and it's very difficult, how you choose to view your life or your situation or whatever's happened makes all the difference. Alright, well, let's do another level or two. Yeah, thanks for the story time, D-Nice. I believe a lot of things happen to people to evolve their souls. Well, challenges are what give us the opportunity for growth, right? So I think there's no question about that. '44th place, AWD 42, AD 2101. Okay, score is 28.4. We have to get beyond the societal expectations that we're supposed to be perfect, a certain body weight, and that health means your physical body functions perfectly. Yeah, I think there's a lot of different definitions and a lot of different ways to look at it, D-Nice. And certainly the mainstream accepted, or the mainstream pushed, or the mainstream agenda behind definitions should not apply across the board by any means. Alright, let's see what the judges have to say. It's an unfocused string of ideas kind of level. There's no real theme to anything, and there's basically no difficulty curve. It's just setups that exist. I do like some of the setups. Okay. It was a weird level, but it was kind of fun. It was like a mashup of Plugman's and Quickman's stages. This level is kind of all over the place, with the only reoccurring theme being the quick lasers. I really like what the author did here. The Quickman sections were used in a creative way, and I like the other ideas. The boss is a lazy clone of Pharaoh Man. Okay. Zeroing and Mega Man, who'da thunk it? Did you go on an archaeological dig to get this meme, buddy? The stage is pretty solid overall. Okay. Let's see what we got. Huh. I don't get it. The stupid example is I'm 5'1", still work out, whatever, but going through some hormone changes and my skin is not as elastic anymore, and it's a bit annoying. Oh, you're 51, yeah, I got it. But I'm the same freaking person inside, in fact, better because I'm growing in my soul and transcending fear, becoming more courageous and forgiving and loving. So is that more important than the flesh? Of course. Yeah, great stories to reflect on what we have to be grateful. Well, and I think that's always an important piece, D-Nice, right? Give us some, I don't know, I think reasons to reframe or be reflective, be self-reflective on your own life. It's a good exercise. No doubt. Well, we often lose touch because of how annoyingly busy day-to-day life is and the expectation now, and it's just, it's awful. That's okay, we got the star. Gratitude is criminally underrated. Yeah, so there's a lot of upside down stuff in this stage. I just gotta be ready for all the upside down stuff. Really? What? So what am I supposed to do here? Oh, now it's back. Okay. In some places, gratitude is criminal itself. Often, myself included, we go days or weeks assuming we're going to have all of our needs met: food, shelter, clothes, be able to drive to work with a working car, and be able to go to bed in peace without bombs going off or whatnot. So many people living in fear maybe don't know what the next meal is coming from. And it's ridiculous in this day and age. People are still going hungry and don't have fresh water to drink. Yeah, I mean, it just tells us so much about humans, D-Nice. That ultimately people aren't truly motivated by helping others or concern for others. And then the problem is the people that are motivated by that generally are not motivated by having power and control. And so if you don't have people that are in control of the global systems that truly want to help people, then you're going to have the situation we have on the planet. Alright, well, this was an interesting stage, I guess. Whoa, all your base art belong to us! Yeah! What you say, I belong to no one. Base? How? Where? I stole Dr. Light's intercom. I don't know what they're talking about. For great justice, okay. Oh, what was that? Got him. That's why it takes all of us to shine the light in the darkness and make these things, these changes for humanity. Grassroots movements. Yeah, it has to be. Alright, let's go down here. What time is it? Alright, I'll do 1 or 2 more levels, and then I'm gonna call it a night. 28.6. Extremely inoffensive, and that's probably all it has going for it. This level just exists. There's nothing I hate about it, but there's isn't anything to like about it. This is one of those levels that didn't do much of anything apart from existing. There's nothing else to really say. Alright. Some interesting ideas, but I feel like their execution could use some work. I'll be honest, for Starman Recreation, I was expecting a total ripoff of Starman's stage, but I was fairly impressed by the original stage layout. I was a bit confused by the first few rooms and their lack of scrolling. I was expecting a repeat of Midnight Snow for Make a Good Mega Man Level 1. Thankfully, this level was not that. Okay. That was bizarre. I assume I can't go this way. Okay. That was the correct assumption. Please be a checkpoint. You son of a bitch. Alright, so I have to make the full jump. That's a bit annoying too. And not loving this level design so far. Pretty lame so far. I think I got hit once and it was like a huge portion of my life from one hit. That's not cool. Oh, so I should just jump into the star and die. It's fine, and just get the star, because now it's going to be the third time going through, and I'm going to have to go through it a fourth time. So... Okay, well this is a great way to make a crappy level. Oh, this really sucks. What an awful star placement. Alright, well this will be the last stage of the night. If I ever get this star here. Okay, there we go. That's what I should have done 5 times ago. What up, TM Base? Welcome in, man. How are you? Just doing the last stage for tonight, I think. Okay, now we can advance here. Oh, I almost died there. I don't get it. You should probably mention you released a Mega Man 4 album a few days ago. What do you mean? Do tell. This is bizarre. I made a rock album covering the music from Mega Man 4. Sweet! So when you say you released it, where... like, is there distribution? Is it through a label? Is it just something you put on, like, social media? Is it available for purchase? What's the deal? You just put it on Bandcamp. Alright, that's cool. Well, you could certainly share the link and I can play some of it. And so talk about the process. So what do you play on it? What's programmed? What's live instruments? Whatever you want to share about it. Drums are programmed, you don't really have access to a kit to practice on. Sadly, everything else is tracked. Okay, sweet. Hello everyone, check out TM Bass's Mega Man 4 album. And on the way out, because this is the last level I'm going to play, we'll check out a track. And certainly in the future we can listen to more of it too. Oh, I think we just finished. Ba-da-ba! I missed 1 star though. That's weird. Oh no, I mean I don't mind sharing creative stuff. And for anyone that supports the stream, that you all support me, so I don't mind putting something out there. Alright, so I'll pick this up on Thursday. Probably do the same thing on Thursday. Play some more Rad Racer, see if we can beat that darn 8th track, which I got super close on 1 attempt. It's very disappointing, but I'll try it again. And we can always come back to more of this. Oh, we also did get... Hold on, let me go over here. Let's get some TM bass music going. But I have to update... There we go. Let me make sure it's not too loud. Sweet. So let me just update our game queue also, because we had a new game request. So I go here. Let me take a look and see who's online. I'm not familiar with this track, but I like it. It's from the Game Boy version. Oh, okay. I want to hear the first track. Sounds cool. I'm digging it. Nice work. We haven't been over to Nukem in a long time, so we're gonna raid him. He's playing Mafia 3. We'll go say what's up to him. Oh, I love Pharaoh Man. Pharaoh Man's great. Cool. Alright, I dig it. Well, thanks for sharing, TM Base. Alright guys, I am going to call it a night though. Get some rest. I should be back on Thursday evening, so we'll do more of the same retro. And thanks to D-Nice for redeeming the story time. It was good. It's always good to read something insightful. So, as always, be honest, speak your truths, express your thoughts in a straightforward way. I'm House of Grind. On this channel, we love metal and retro. Please say what's up to Nukem and give him a big old house of raid, and I'll see y'all on Thursday. And thanks for sharing your music, TM Base.